morning, welcome to CATEX TV. My name is Frank Fortunato. Today is Friday, October 25th, 2013. If you're listening on the radio and want to watch this, go to www.catex.com. If you live in the UK, you know this already, but the country is set to be hit by a huge storm beginning late Sunday night. Possibly winds as high as 90 miles per hour. It'll be the worst storm in Britain since the so-called Great Storm of 1987. By Monday morning, exceptionally strong winds are predicted to ravage the southern half of the UK before powerful tornado-type storms capable of bringing down trees or causing structural damage spread further toward the Midlands and the north. Energy companies have issued warnings of potential major disruption to transport and power cuts. There is a potential for extreme winds along the south coast of up to 90 miles per hour. According to the Met Office there, this is not a storm you see every winter. The storm of 1987 is one, and also the storm in January of 1990 is another. It's important to realize the track of this low pressure system at the moment is not certain, but this is the type of storm where it's really, really important that people keep up to date with the most recent warnings. Armed men stormed a boat off Nigeria's coast and took hostage two mariners believed to be American citizens. It was a U.S.-flagged oil platform supply vessel that was attacked in the Gulf of Guinea. The name of the ship is called the Sea Retriever. It brings supplies out to offshore oil platforms. It's owned by a company in Louisiana called Edison Schwest Offshore. They had no comment. An official with the International Organization of Mates, Masters, and Pilots said the danger in the Gulf of Guinea is extreme. Slow-moving vessels servicing oil platforms are more vulnerable than cargo ships. The public authority that runs the Washington, D.C. metro system earlier this week reached an undisclosed out-of-court settlement with Aon over a dispute linked to the Washington Metro train crash in June of 2009. The Washington Metro Authority sued Aon at the end of 2009, claiming compensation damages of more than $9 million for counts that included negligence, breach of contract, and constructive fraud. Metro claimed that Aon failed to advise it about vulnerabilities in its coverage. The two parties apparently asked the judge on Monday to dismiss the case, and neither party is available for comment. An explosion in Mexico at a candy factory near the U.S. border in Ciudad Juarez yesterday left one person dead and at least 40 injured. The explosion took place at the Dulce's Blueberry Factory. Apparently the factory had just had a new steam boiler installed. Fire officials and police are searching the area again today for any other fatalities. Toby Esser, the CEO of the broker Cooper Gay Sweat and Crawford, is looking to buy more wholesale brokers and underwriting agencies. He has a $300 million U.S. war chest to do it. Speaking to the Insurance Times, Esser said, "We have a lot in our sights. We certainly expect to close in on a few more deals this year." Listen to where he's looking. "We have quite a lot of action going on in Asia. We have deals in Korea, Indonesia, and Australia that we're hopeful we will close out by the end of the year. We have others we're looking at in the UK, continental Europe, the US, and Latin America." By my count, those are all the continents, so good for him. Sue Langley, a friend of ours, a former executive director of Lloyd's of London, has been recruited to lead the UK government's new financial services investment organization. Sue Langley will be tasked with attracting investment into the UK's financial sector. Good for her. In South Africa, in the township of Burkersdal, about 40 miles from Johannesburg, two people have been shot and wounded. Police are firing rubber bullets and tear gas right now. Protesters are angry there about what they call a lack of service delivery. Municipal services such as street maintenance, rubbish collection, and the provision of power and water, they claim, are inadequate. The city of Los Angeles sent a request yesterday formally asking a University of California at Berkeley engineering professor for a list that he's been compiling of concrete buildings in Los Angeles that could be at risk in case of a major earthquake. The professor, apparently his name is Jack Mole, has a database of about 1,500 concrete structures, but he's refused to release it. Seismic experts say obtaining the list is critical for Los Angeles to begin tackling the problem of risk of collapse. Structural engineers have said that the collapse of a single concrete building, quote, has the potential for more loss of life than any other catastrophe in California. This is a very interesting situation because apparently the city, which has been well aware of the threat of concrete buildings since the 1971 earthquake, caused the collapse of a medical center, exposing a design flaw in concrete buildings, have made several attempts to try to create a list of vulnerable concrete buildings, but this has failed because of opposition from property owners concerned about the high cost of retrofitting those buildings. So as a result, the city is trying to get the University of California to release the list. They're refusing to release it because they're concerned, of course, about liability problems from those exact same building owners. Meanwhile, if you live next to a large concrete structure in Los Angeles, be afraid, because this is legal wrangling going on, so if the thing collapses and lands on your home, you can always blame them. Last night, the St. Louis Cardinals won the World Series game, tying it at 1-1. The next game is Saturday night in St. Louis. Have a good weekend. We'll see you Monday. If we have any breaking news, we'll come back. Thank you for watching.